What's up, everyone? Just waiting for Homework,
Yo,
Dale, and G to jump in. What's up, Homework?
what's up, brother?
How are you?
Doing great. How about you?
Man, I'm tired. I know your work schedule's
See,
crazy. I just seen your message, man. I could only
yeah.
imagine.
See, is my camera facing?
Oh, yeah, I can see you.
Alright.
So, how's everything? How's the car?
Pretty good. Sitting in the back. I'm sitting in the Arrow right now.
I keep forgetting about the Arrow, man.
Yeah.
And that's the daily, right?
Yep. I take it to work every day.
That's freaking sick.
Homework stays locked up on camera.
I'm trying to add on G and Dale for some reason they can't. I'm gonna try to invite them again. I'm still new to all this stuff, man. Some of it doesn't work for me sometimes.
Yeah, we don't get to do this too often.
Yeah, that's very true.
We get everyone together.
How you feeling about Ford Nationals this year? Getting another trophy?
Yeah, we need more. We need more contenders. We need
Yeah, this
more.
this this year was crazy how nobody really participated in that.
Yeah, it was me, Caleb, and that Cobra Swap Mustang GT.
Yeah, and Mr. Random too.
And Mr. Random, Mr. Random put on a little show with that car.
He did.
I
I
enjoyed
might,
that.
I actually might watch that video tonight.
Yeah, that was entertaining to watch.
Did G join? Dale's not able to join.
Dale says he's not able to join.
Yeah, that's what the app is saying. Um, I think we're gonna get G in here in a second. I feel like an old man trying to use this stuff. All right, we
It's
got
good.
G in here too. What's up? What's up?
Yo,
We got to get Dale to send a request. For some reason it wasn't working. Hold on. I'm gonna try it again. Try to request him again. This is actually pretty cool on the live. What's up, Southern Ontario Panther Club? What's going on?
I have on the bottom. Anyone can watch. It says like a notification on the bottom. Let's see.
We need Dale to send me a request to join. To join, cause I can't. I tried requesting him, but it won't work.
Right now we have three. We shouldn't have a problem with four as long as Dale's connection is okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's saying he's unable to join.
Should we try to restart it?
Yeah. I mean, G got in here by him requesting me, so I don't even know if Dale's in here. But you can request to join us, and I can just do it that way.
Yeah, Dale could send a join request.
Well, since Rob's got to go soon, I guess we should talk about his meet this Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, we're me and Kenny we're hosting a meet in Oceanside, Long Island. The address is on the flyer. We were supposed to do it last Sunday, but a lot of rain. We were going to do it this Sunday, but we had to change it to Saturday because this Sunday looks like rain all over again. So whoever can come out, enjoy the day, bring whoever you want with you. doesn't only have to be Panthers. It can be bring anything out. Let's get
I
a
think
group
you're gonna have a.
together and
I think you're gonna have a big turnout. I think some people from Philly said they were taking a drive. Um,
yeah, I think
yeah,
some
Yeah, I
people from
think.
Philly, the Long Island group will be out there.
Yeah, I can't
yeah,
do it because it's Saturday, but and shout out to Raul. It's his birthday just
Yep,
going on. So
31. Happy birthday, brother.
Dale just jumped in here. I need Dale. We need you to request to join the. There's a button for you to request to join the live,
Yeah, if Dale requests to join, we should be able to get in.
and I'll be able to do it that way. So, G, you won't be in New York this weekend?
no, I can't. I gotta run my shop. So, like, I only got Sundays off.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's
we'll
messed
be
up.
we'll be ripping a burnout or 2 or 3 Saturday. Whoever else wants to do a burnout, we'll have the street. We could strap the car down with some chains and just let them rip.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I don't remember the last time I seen Hoomer burn some tires since Philly, I think.
Yeah, this time we're gonna try something a little different with chains and strap, putting U-hooks in the frame, just letting it rip through first and second.
All right, we got Dylan here now too. Awesome.
Hey, amigos.
There he
What's up?
is.
How's it going?
Everybody's in here.
So we're talking about Rob and Kenny's meet on Saturday.
Yeah, it seems like it's been really quiet lately. I wish I could come down to that, but hope you guys have a good time for sure.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like 54 degrees too. So
Yeah, 57 actually.
yeah,
It's been
that's not
mild
bad.
up here.
That's not bad for December.
No, not at
No,
all.
no, the weather's been holding up. We still have leaves on some of the trees. Some of the trees still have green leaves on them.
Yeah.
So what?
I got $100 ticket for excessive noise yesterday.
Finally,
That's
Finally.
crazy.
Yeah.
they
Is your
finally
car that
got
loud?
you.
I don't know. I didn't see him, and he was like,
You were standing on it.
yeah, and then he lit me up. I'm like, I didn't apologize or anything. He's like, is that car straight piped? I'm like, yeah, it looks like it. There's no mufflers. So your noisemaker. He called it a noisemaker.
That's freaking crazy.
Speaking of light him up, shout out to Kevin from Panther Lights is on.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
I seen him in the
Yo,
comments. What's up? What's up, Kev?
I feel like I've like fallen off the world of social media for a little while, and just like, I don't know, life sort of takes over.
So let's go. What's going on with the documentary?
It's in a place called Film Hub. Film Hub is it's not a distribution kind of center, but it's a hub where films are showcased to potential distributors that meets all of the sort of quality control, assurances and legalities in order to get sort of picked up and bought. And it's just total limbo, and it's really stressing me out, to be honest with you. It's kind of, I haven't really been making any content. And you pull a slingshot back, you want to let go of what's in it. You don't want to like just hold it there and then let go a little and pull it back a lot. Like I'm ready to aim and shoot fire with this thing. So it's a little bit of a bummer.
yeah,
It'll happen though.
getting it up and
Yeah,
going is a challenge.
it'll happen. It'll be like I said to Jared. I said I think we'd wait. We give it till after the holidays, and if we don't have anything going on with it, then we can go straight to Amazon and straight to YouTube and Hulu and all these other kind of platforms and just let people have at it, because I want to feel good about it. and move on from it at the same time and do new things, new Panther stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad I had the opportunity to watch it. It's a great film.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's a great little movie. Like if if two people make a movie and make it ourselves, and get basically did everything ourselves, and like um it was sort of like a slice of life, like a snapshot in time in the Panther community. And I don't know, cool movie, man. I like it. I think when it gets out there, people will dig it and share it. And
Yeah, Rob's a big star in it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what it is. Once it gets out there, people show it to friends and family and people who they think will enjoy it, and that's how it's really going to make it out there. It's going to be a lot of word of mouth, and just you start watching, and before you know it, you're a half hour in and you're enjoying it, and you're like, shit, what's another half hour? Let's finish it up.
It's another thing that's kind of like that's hard about it. Like since I've seen it a million times and worked on and edited it, and it's just been like in my daily life, from the art to the distribution to the business, for the last like year or so, and a couple of years now, and it's like it's exhausting. I just want to get it out there so bad, and but yeah, I gotta have a little bit of faith and sort of I think it'll be just at the right time. So
Well, funny thing is, I mean, you were wrapped up filming when you came to Philly.
yeah, like that's what I mean, right? It's like you want to make something and then get it out there.
Yeah, look what it turned into.
Yeah, man.
No,
Months more filming.
Mm-hmm.
Went back home and was like, I'm traveling the country.
Yeah.
Crossing the country, filming from New York all the way to.
It was a
pretty much
blast.
It
was like, if anything, dude, like that was like we spent some of the, like those were like lifetime memories out in New Mexico, and just
that was 10 days on the. I never done that before. 10 days on the road. That was the first time I ever actually spent 10 full days on the road, traveling different locations every day.
Yeah, going to Walmart, buying new packs of underwear.
Oh yeah.
You're on the road when you just go and buy new underwear.
Oh yeah.
What did your bodies feel like all that driving? I mean, I drive to Philly and my body's like stiff by the time I get out the car. I mean,
I'll tell you, the past 4 weeks, I did 3 big trips. I was in Virginia one weekend down. Then I was in Pigeon Forge and the Great Smoky Mountains the following weekend, and then the weekend of Black Friday I was down in Atlanta. I hit Charlotte. I hit Savannah, South Carolina. Just went for a big loop. I do the Blue Ridge Parkway, Shenandoah National Park, all those mountainous roads, and I put 2,500 miles on the car last weekend, 1,800 miles on it the weekend before that, and 1,600 miles the weekend before that. So
that's awesome.
I've been driving it a whole lot. I think, and I'm running the AMSOIL, 16,000 miles on the engine oil now. We'll be sending a sample to Blackstone Laboratories and see what they say.
Yeah, and just beating on it too, right? You're not. It's
beating on it, highway cruising. Cruising at between 68 and 88 miles an hour, typically, depending on lots of road work. So you want to slow down the road work, but the car likes to cruise at 90, so we try to keep it at about 83.
Yeah.
And
nice
it maintains about 21 miles to the gallon. I get about 370 miles on a tank of fuel. It's not bad at all.
It's really not.
So one thing more about the documentary is Dale and I have talked about doing a Philly premiere and meet at some point. So if any of you guys saw the videos that Dale posted, and it's a indoor parking garage. It's kind of closed off to the weather. So we may end up doing a meet and a premiere. My man's restaurant. We can show the documentary there. So hopefully in the near future we'll do a Philly premiere for the documentary and a car meet this winter. So
Yeah,
I think
that'd be
cool.
great. I've got all sorts of plans that I'd love to incorporate movie with and meets with, and so hopefully this spring can be the time to do it.
That would be awesome.
So speaking of meets, we got Panthers United at Carlisle this year. So Ford Nationals, like one of the biggest Ford meets of the year. Last year I didn't get to make it, but Derek, Dale, Rob, everybody, you guys were all there. This year we'll be back. Ford Nationals, Panthers United. If you want to join part of the club, when you register with Carlisle, there's Panthers United is a club registered with Carlisle. So it's just a good time. This year we'll step it up a little bit, be a little more professional with everything. We're talking about maybe on Saturday getting everybody that's part of Panthers United, getting everybody to rock a black T-shirt, whether it's a Panther magazine, whatever. Maybe we'll do some special shirts for Carlisle. But it's going to be big. I think we're going to get a lot more Panthers there this year. So you can hit me up, you can hit Rob up, you can Dale, hit any of the four of us up if you want info on it. Actually going to be having a conversation with Crown Vic boys because they used to do stuff at Carlisle, so maybe be able to tie them in with getting some of them out there as well. But just get everybody together, have a good time, line up Panthers, whether stock, modified, just get everybody together, have a good time.
Bring those tires and register for the burnout competition. And we got burnout comps, and they're also doing autocross. So
it was a good time. Autocross was it was so fun watching you blast autocross there because
that course was amazing. For a short course, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. I threw that car around like a Miata.
It was crazy because there was that guy there who had an amazing, I think it was a Focus ST, and of course you could just destroy the course so fast. But I don't know, the Panthers, they sort of, if you know how to throw the weight around in them, you can make some good time there.
Yeah, I got eliminated on the second round, but after everything was over, I wound up running a fast enough time to have made it to the last round. I wound up running like a 46 and change, and the fastest time was I think a low 43 by that little Focus ST.
Yeah.
That thing, there's no comparison. But to be only 3 seconds off of something like that, to work my way, it took a lot of runs to work my way and build the confidence and throwing the car around in such a small area
And that was before you had a brake kit.
That was before the brake kit, so I was starting to get a little bit of brake fade. I would push the pedal and it would grip, but then it would sink down a little bit more, and just during that extra little quarter inch of sink down, there wouldn't be any more brake pressure applied. So, but now it's with no ABS, you have to be careful with these big brakes. It's too easy to lock them up.
Yeah.
So you really have to be, your right foot has to be ABS and traction control.
I'm gonna join the autocross this year with the 5-speed.
That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, that's a first and second. I ran that autocross in first and just had to shift the second for the final straight, but that was mostly a first gear course. First gear with the 373s, I'm able to hit 44 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So really go over.
I got the 370. What's up, Derek?
How many laps was autocross again?
Two laps, two lap runs, and they had an elimination round.
So how many rounds again was that? That was like.
It was I think three rounds per three runs per round.
Okay.
So you had three runs to go out and try to set a lap time. They took your best lap time, and that's what moved you on to the following round.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to watch. I remember getting some good footage of you going around corners on that track, man. It was sick.
I think I could have probably knocked the second off of that if I had a little more because I'm running a square stance. If I had maybe a 305 in the rear, a little bit more tire in the rear coming off some of those corners, I couldn't mat it the way I wanted to because the rear end was just stepping out on me. But it was a
Yeah.
Yeah,
lot of fun. It was a whole lot
yeah,
of fun, and the true track made it so easy. It made it look difficult, but that true track, the way it progressively breaks loose and comes back to you, it makes something that's pretty difficult look pretty easy to do. It's definitely
Yeah.
different than the LSD would be a little more aggressive. It looked to come around on you more, but the true track, the transition is perfect.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see, your car or my car, because gears and the rear, everything's the same.
Yep,
Um,
I'm sure by then
you know,
Dale will have his rear end possibly built,
Yeah.
a true
that was
track and
sick.
some gears. So
Yeah. That's the end game for my Panther. Is just really just I'm gonna change it up this year. I'm gonna dechrome everything and go with a different wheel and tire setup
yeah,
and just some gears and I'm happy. Maybe put some resonators on or something to kill. That's a little bit. I said once I get a ticket for being too noisy, I'm gonna. That's when I'll put a muffler back on. So I don't know.
me, I would wait until about my fifth or sixth ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah, getting the ticket was crazy, man.
Quieting my car down is not an option.
I know it's a strange feeling once you've gone there and you know going back.
Yeah, you just want to get louder.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Quieting
having
it
to put
down.
condom back on. You know.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah. Once that's yep.
Oh man. We got
so,
to get
Derek,
people
what's
to
going on
see.
with the magazine?
I'm on 21 now. Actually, the next issue to release is 22. I'm gonna order it this month. Hoonmark and Kenny are actually on the cover. So
I'll be issue 21,
That's awesome.
that'll be 22.
22.
Yeah, 21 is out now, which is the Panthers of Hawaii issue, and so next is 22, the Panther Performance issue, and then I plan to put one out every month. Um, yeah, so staying ahead of it. Trying to get ready for nationals and the Dearborn, Michigan meet that's supposed to happen in May as well.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to that. That's not far
Yeah,
from me.
I
yeah.
think
That'll
that will
be
be really,
two pretty big events within a month of each other.
yeah. So
That'll
the spring,
that'll be
the spring
fun.
is looking awesome.
Did
Yeah, we're
you
looking booked up.
did you reach out to the Henry Ford Museum yet, or no?
No, I actually completely forgot about that. I know they're right next door, and people locals have told me we can just go over there and talk to them. But I should still call them. I'm just gonna write it down.
Yeah, I should have a conversation with Carlisle this week. I tried to reach them today, but the dude wasn't there. So talk to him about some more stuff for this year. But, I gotta say, Rob's the defending burnout champ 2 years in a row at Carlisle. So
Yeah, I want to see some other Panthers come out and compete.
I mean, this year we only had
We
four
only
people.
had
We had three Panthers
four
and a
cars
Mustang.
and
Yeah,
yep,
that's
three
freaking
Panthers and a
crazy.
Mustang. I want to see the burnout competition filled up with Panthers next year.
That
Yeah,
would be
that would be
awesome.
cool. And
Filled up.
no Marauders though, because they wouldn't dare go in a burnout competition.
Yeah,
There's a few out there,
Yeah,
that'll send them a order like it's a P71.
yeah.
that's crazy.
But
I'd love to see that.
you know, if I had a Marauder, if I had a mint, dark pearl blue or dark Tornado red or silver mint Marauder, I don't think I'd swing it either.
You see, yeah, you know what? And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if you guys have been noticing the prices on Facebook, and you just like if I was going to spend $20,000, $30,000 for a Panther, then I wouldn't be modifying it. I wouldn't be dailying it. It really would be a non-driven car. So you're almost better, in a Panther that's non-Marauder like.
Yep. You can always look. It's all about the motor. You can always why spend $30,000 on a Marauder when you can go out and buy a clean Grand Marquis for like 6 or 7, like a low mileage Grand Marquis for 6 or 7. And you can swap it for
Yeah.
the remaining $23,000. You could put it almost any motor you want in a Coyote, in LS, if that's what you want. But I would personally do the Coyote.
And manual swap it probably too.
Manual, you can go with the 6-speed Tremec. You can go all out. It's about 23,000.
Yeah. But
They,
there's something humble about that thumping 2-valve, man.
Well, that's why I'm doing a 10,000 K motor swap this winter. I'm gonna do cams and headers and rebuild the 5-speed while we're in it. So I should basically mechanically my car will be new this or close to new this spring.
pretty much.
Yeah, G put a lot of work into his car. He something had happened to his car recently. He kind of like brought it back to life.
Yeah, the tree incident.
Yeah, I didn't
Tree
know if
came
he made
down
that
across the.
public, so I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was not good when there was those bad storms. I was actually going down to meet up with you guys in VA, and
Yeah, we were
tree
going
came
to
down
a
across the
NASCAR
highway.
race. We were heading out down to Richmond.
Yeah, so
That was a bad night to be on the road.
gigantic tree came across the road, and the 5 other cars in front of me were totaled. So, I'm lucky I got to drive it back, but get it all sorted out since then. But even since I got the car, I just that's why I got a P71, and it's like what, cleaned it up, fix everything, do what I want with it.
Yeah.
It's just have fun with it. So,
Yeah,
you
it's
actually
crazy.
got a different car now, Derek.
Yeah, I got an '03 Grand Marquis now. I love the car. I
You're
haven't
in the
stopped
club,
driving
the
it.
0304 club.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. The car. There's a big difference between the '03 and driving the LX. There's a big difference in drives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. I think it's just the suspension is smoother and
There's no comparison, right, Derek?
yeah,
No
it's
comparison
crazy.
between
Plus,
a pre
plus that
03 or 03 up.
plus that LX got a lot of rust issues.
Oh man.
So you don't have the LX anymore. You just have.
Yeah, I gave the LX one back to the guy I bought it from, and he's like so happy, and I'm like, cool, I'll take the Merc. I think we're gonna put thrush mufflers on it. I don't think I'm gonna straight pipe it or anything like that. So.
How many miles are on it?
174 right now. I
It's
think
not terrible.
even. Yeah, so. I gave the Vic back at 250. I got it at 210.
40K on that car.
Yeah, so. I was driving everywhere in that car at 210, so I think 174. I should be able to do a lot more driving still.
Just bulletproof, man.
Yeah, it's a tank, literally. Those cars are awesome.
I got 130 on the Hoonmark. I bought it with 62. Yeah, but I bought it with 62, so I pretty much have more than doubled its miles.
Yeah, freaking crazy.
In 3 years.
Dale's probably got the least of us. What do you got, Dale?
No, actually, so I got 225,000 kilometers. So that's like about 180.
Oh man, that's still not bad either though.
Yeah.
You're at 180. Wow.
Yeah, and I bought it 2 years ago at 2.5 years ago at 140 or 135. So I put tons of miles on it.
Yeah, mine's got like 115.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
a year.
That's pretty low. A lot of idle hours.
Yeah.
71.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm putting a 10,000 mile motor in it, and we're going to go through the motor, put cams, so I'll be nice and fresh this spring.
That's gonna be sick. Aren't you thinking about like an exhaust? So you said
Yeah, I'm do some exhaust and everything. The whole goal is I'm actually going to build over the next year or two. I'm going to build a built motor, like stroker probably. So something later to put in it, a lot more horsepower, even more bulletproof.
Yeah.
That'd be
So
cool.
just rock it with the 10,000 mile motor, trans rebuilt, and then just take my time and build up another motor.
I heard someone on TikTok say today that if you have a modified car and you like, I think this even applies to Panther owners to a certain degree, but if you can't have a motor ready to go or a second vehicle ready to go for the kind of driving you want to do with your car, then you should probably just stick to having a Toyota Corolla going to and from work. Another, it's tough. Buy a used P71 for $5,000, and then we throw 4,000 into them, maybe another 5,000 into them, and then easy, and then you start thinking about, okay, well, I'm going to get another motor, and then even if it's like you're in 15 grand, you're into it, right? Everyone 20,000 bucks.
It happens to all of us. I'm like 23K in, 24K into mine.
24, right?
About 24, yeah.
I mean the manual swap. And Vinny hooking me up on labor. I paid more for the manual swap than I did for the car.
Yeah.
But I got it before the price explosion on them. So.
Yeah, how's Vinny doing? How's his supercharged Crown Vic going?
I guess pretty good. I haven't talked to him much. I saw he just got a Volkswagen pickup, so he's always got multiple car projects going on. He sold that Volvo wagon he had, and now he got a Volkswagen pickup he's working on as well. So
never-ending car project.
Yep. Yeah, it's literally.
He lives by the name.
He lives by the name.
Comments are great, by the way. I think it's Sammy Mack in there that said that he's got to live on the edge, and that if he breaks something, he has to fix it that day. I so know that feeling, man.
Yeah, I'm the kind of guy. I break it and I put it away for a little bit, and I do my research, and I'm like, all right, how do I want to fix it? How much money do I want to spend? What else do I want to fix while it's broken? While I have it apart? So I put it away, and I have the other car to drive to work, so at least I'm not down the vehicle. I can slug it around.
Yeah.
And I
try not to go down the rabbit hole of, I had such a bad vibration with my car over the summer. I couldn't figure out what it was. At the end of the day, it came down to what it always comes down to, pretty much just poorly balanced tires, right?
Oh, the noise I think
I had to fix I bought a lower steering shaft. I swapped a drive shaft out because, you know what I mean? Because none of those things were really expensive fixes, but I didn't need a drive shaft and I didn't need a lower steering shaft either. And it just turned out to be, so it's like, don't just throw money at it and fix what you think it might be. Like you said, Rob, do your research and actually find out what's wrong.
Yeah, that's like what G's going through right now with the vibration. With you replace the wheel, even though it's good to replace all these things, you didn't have to.
Didn't have to, man. I didn't have to spend $600.
Yeah, we've all done it. We've all spent money. We didn't have to. I just put a starter in my car. Yeah, it's all right. 20-year-old starter. I'm all right. We replaced it, but at the end of the day, it didn't fix my starting issue. Yeah. Just like with the I did last year, at the beginning of this year.
How's the aero driving?
Water pump wasn't the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's the aero driving, Rob?
The aero, it floats along the road, but the steering is all sloppy. It's not my preferred vehicle for the highway. I just drive it back and forth to work on the streets. I never really go over 50 miles an hour in it. As I
Yeah,
get out of this car and I get in the other car, and
big
there's
difference.
no comparison.
It'd be nice to
That's
see some to get some snow and film some epic donuts in the snow is always fun.
That'll be sick. What's up, Lance?
yeah. That's
We
why
have
we refer to the arrow. We call that the Hoomerk.
Yeah, the homework.
the Hallmark.
I
I
remember.
show up
I
in it.
remember he
Nobody
came
knows
to
I'm at the show.
Massachusetts. Remember he came to Massachusetts in that car.
I took it to Massachusetts. It's been up to
He just had me.
Massachusetts. It's been to Connecticut, and it's been to Pennsylvania a few times.
It's
That's
tinted,
it.
right?
Yeah, I bought it tinted, front windshield
I remember
tinted.
him. I remember him sitting in his car over here on the beach and for like 2 hours and nobody knew it was him until he got out the car. It was hilarious.
That's why it's Hoomerk.
Yes, Homework. Not even Homework, but Homework. That's it.
So and Derek, you got the YouTube channel thing going on too.
Yes, the YouTube channel is growing. Um, I kind of regret not starting it when I first launched the magazine. It's crazy. It's a lot different than Instagram. A lot of people have been asking about your meets in Philly, actually. So, do you have an idea when you're gonna host the spring one? Or
Not yet. I'll pick a date on that. I mean, around the same time. It looks like we can't do the Navy Yard, do the actions of somebody, but I'll pick somewhere else. Um, it's just a good time. Everybody come together, park and chill. We'll have probably do 808 do their sliders fiasco afterwards somewhere else for everybody who wants to send it and slide it. Rob and I talked a little bit too. I'm gonna try to tie in with some clubs and try to get maybe try to tie in to do a Panther road course day somewhere
Yeah,
at a
road
road
course
course.
or an autocross event,
Yeah. So
preferably a
maybe
road course.
do an invitational day, get a bunch of people out with Panthers and get them on a road course and really push them. See what the cars will do.
Yeah,
So
that if
I
we
think
can
this
get
is
a
cool.
private parking lot and set up our own autocross, or do a night at like a test and tune at a drag strip.
yeah, well, that's the thing that I was supposed to do something with ATCO, and they shut down like kind of no notice. We were going to do a night there, and they just ATCO's gone as a drag strip, so might have to look at some other options.
Yeah, maybe Island or Cecil County.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the other two that are left.
Like then we got Maple Grove. There's a handful, but they're all decent drive from where we are.
Yeah, but
Fishtown was
we'll definitely this year get something together with, like I said, autocross, road course. Get a bunch of people together and get them, get some of the cars on the track. I mean, because that's the kind of shit I love to do. Is road course, wide open turns.
separate the
Yeah,
boys from the men. Sliding is
yeah.
easy. I do that for fun.
It's like Tail of the
Donuts are
Dragon.
easy.
Yeah, Tail of the Dragon, man. Like that was so intense. That was like one of the best driving experiences I ever
I
had.
can imagine.
If you want to have a lot of fun while being scared shitless, Tail of the Dragon is where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got to do a tail run. This get a bunch of us together and go down and do
Yeah,
that.
Tail of the Dragon is if you don't respect that road, you're gonna die.
It probably changed your whole perspective on driving, going on Tail of the Dragon. I can only imagine.
It's not even just
Well,
you, it's the other vehicles on the road too. It's like
Yeah.
the motorcycles, the Miatas ripping through there. They're 4, 5, 6 deep and they're right on each other's bumpers. Then you got 6 bikes behind them and then slingshots and you're coming around the corner. Your ass end is almost sliding over into the next lane and it gets scary.
That's freaking
It
crazy.
gets scary. You're right there on the edge. You look and you take a peek in your right side mirror, and you see your tire kicking up grass, and you know you're about an inch away from putting that tire off the edge of the cliff. You got to
Well, I
use
mean,
the road.
there's your video of that. You almost went.
Yeah, just used up
Yeah,
a little too much road. Got the right rear in the dirt, and over rotated the car, and that was it. But I managed to get it pointed back straight, but yeah, the weeds caught it, sort of like a mitt.
that's crazy. That video is still crazy to me to this day.
That's in the
Yeah,
movie.
I mean,
yeah, that was scarier than actually going off the cliff when I went off upstate in V8 Mark.
Yeah.
Because that all just happened so quick, and it actually happened, and it was over with. This was like not knowing exactly what I knew. I was already off by the time I realized what was happening. I was already off the road. This time I knew I was going off the road, but I didn't know if I was going to go down the mountain or get lucky. And that's where it was
Yeah,
scary.
yeah, yeah. I could imagine.
You're riding along the edge of it, just hoping for the car to stop, and it stops right there, and
I shouldn't laugh, but that's crazy. That's scary.
it made for some good content.
Yeah,
all
I think
from
so,
all from pebbles.
those tire marks were still there 4 months later when I went back.
Yeah.
that's
Those
I'm
crazy.
tire
sure it was.
marks were still there.
I'm sure it was joined by a few other sets too, though.
Well, I think Adam LZ crashed his Porsche up there
Mhm.
Yeah,
in the same corner, but that was a different situation.
yeah. Is that the one where the truck went across? I saw somebody.
Yeah, I think that black F-150 I think went across, and
Yeah, it's nutty, man. Like that's like you had to have some serious situational awareness going on, not only for your own driving and the road conditions, but like you say, Rob, but for other people who the worst thing that happens there is people don't maintain their lane, and as soon as you start, you know, getting into the oncoming lane, it's like it's not going to end well for either party.
yeah, lane etiquette is very important on tails
Lane,
dragging. Unless there's times where you can see through a corner and you see clearly that there's no one coming, and you want to rip that corner a little faster. All right, you might use a little bit of it.
yeah,
That's only because you can see clearly through. But if you don't have a clear perspective of what's coming at you, you you have to hold your lane and try to keep to the right as much as you can, because the bikes will come over. They'll be leaning over so much their head will be in your lane. Their bikes are in their lane, their body's in your lane.
yeah.
If you're using a little bit more than your own lane, or if you're using the maximum amount of the lane you have,
Mhm.
you could decapitate a biker. Have heard of it happening up there before.
That's
And we
freaking
got
crazy.
out of that whole what were like we were there for I don't know how many runs we did there, but like with Mr. Random Reviews, but it would have been a real buzzkill if some bad shit happened to any of us, right? So like
We got lucky.
we got lucky and we got some good memories out of it. But yeah, there's like you saw the tree with all of the
I personally wouldn't do it again. I think that was a one-time deal. Like I made my one run,
yeah
and I wasn't gonna run again if it was the fastest or if it was second or third. I was only doing one run because I ran hard, but I didn't run as hard. I ran like 8 tenths, 8.5 tenths for what the road was. Obviously, you can't drive your car to its limits on a road like that. That's just asking for it. But as hard as you can go, feeling somewhat comfortable.
yeah.
What's the maximum speed at Tail of the Dragon?
There's a few straights where I'm able to hit 70, 77, 76. But
That's
some of
kind of
those
fast.
corners you're slowing down to 25, 22, 23. You're slowing down a lot through some of those corners because they're complete U-turns.
And the brake fade, right? That's
I've never experienced brake fade for the simple fact that I really didn't use much brake.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's the
So you
second
So,
whole
so
thing.
I wonder.
It's the way you use them. The more brake pressure you apply, the more heat you're going to apply. So
Yeah.
modulating the brake pressure while still maintaining, a good pace while not overdoing it.
I want to say welcome to everybody else who's been joining in, and I guess we should jump back to Carlisle. So if anybody on the East Coast or mid whatever, Ford Nationals at Carlisle in Carlisle, PA is the biggest Ford event in the country. We will be set up as Panthers United, which is part of Panthers Magazine. If you want to come out, hang out, we'll have a tent set up. Panthers United is an official club with Carlisle. So if you register for Carlisle and you got a Panther, you can pick in the club where it's in the registration. It's got you'll find Panthers United listed as a club, so you can register under Panthers United, be able to hang out at the tent with us. Carlisle, shout out to them. It's their was it 50th year anniversary, I think, now for Carlisle. Yeah, 50.
Yep.
So it's a big thing for Carlisle. There's also, if you register before the holidays or around the holidays, you get 20% off your registration. So you can go to Carlisle, search Ford Nationals Carlisle. You can sign up. Right now they got a sale. You get 20% off registration. So it's not till next year, but you can save some money and register.
Or you can save even more money and come try to win the burnout competition and get your registration for free next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, make Rob pay.
Someone come and try to make me pay for 2025.
Because you don't have to pay this year because you won this year. You don't have to pay next year.
I don't got to pay next year either.
That's freaking crazy. Somebody
I'd
has
like
to
to see
be
someone. I'd like to see someone come and try to take it away from me. I'm all for it.
Remember last year leading up to Nationals, everyone said they was coming for your spot?
Nobody came.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Random showed up like he said he would. Caleb, he tried his best with his tired old arrow. Ran the autocross, he put on a show for everyone. Stuffed her into the water barriers. We took her back to New York. We fixed her up. That was an experience.
But yeah, it'll be, definitely try to get a lot more Panthers out there this year. Carlisle has different classes when you register. You can register for stock or there's modified. So if you got a number of mods to your car, and if you register before the holidays, I didn't check this year's price, but I think it's still below $100 for the weekend. And I know Derek and Dale possibly have a vendor spot for the magazine, the documentary, maybe some stuff with Tara as well. So.
Yeah, we should definitely. We could all get a spot together, right? Like one big tent away from the section. Yeah.
Because they have the whole vendor area, so you could get a table, 10 by 10 or 10 by 20, whatever.
That would be cool.
There were some good roads in that area too. I remember cooking around some of those roads there.
There was some good roads up there.
Yeah.
We didn't really get a chance to go discover them, but the parade, that's another thing that's
yeah, the parade was awesome.
Everybody really liked Angel's taxi cab.
Yeah.
The New York City cab in Carlisle, they flocked to that. We had the back doors open. Everybody sat inside.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be another after party, I'm sure too, so.
Yep.
Find a place to do an after party where we can get some sliding in, maybe.
Yeah.
Out there, you can find a pretty quiet place.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know Cody from Capital Panthers is I think he's from
He's a
Carlisle.
Carlisle local, so he
Yeah, so
he
we
knows
can
the
probably
area.
find a spot for us to spin or just do some hoon stuff
Yeah,
away
it's just,
from.
as long as it's safe and
Yeah,
not around people and homes and other people's cars.
Yeah,
yeah,
no takeover, not too much Panther takeover stuff. Leave that to the Hellcats.
yeah. To the Hellcats and the Infinities.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I've done it. We've all done it. Torn up into sections, and I don't need to do it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
You do that when you're 20.
It's
It's
a
a
lot
lot of
cooler
fun, but
in a safer environment.
a whole lot of fun. But when your CDL is your livelihood, can't risk it.
It's not worth it. Yeah.
Not worth it. There's plenty of places that are good places to do it. Why do it in a
Like
bad place?
when we was in Long Island last month, that was a nice spot.
That was a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if we do this road course thing next year, we'll definitely get some awards together or something. So, do like first and second place awards.
Yeah, we could do first, second, and third. We
Okay,
could do
cool.
lap times. You could
Yeah,
even
I got
the road
somebody to
course. You
build
could
like
drift it.
I got somebody who can do custom trophies and awards and stuff. So, come up with something cool.
I think that would be awesome.
Definitely need some track events this year.
Yeah.
Some performance driving events. Even if it's just an autocross.
Specialized Panther events,
Yes.
right? J turns.
Do that too. That'd be a lot of fun. J turns and e-brake turns and set of cones where you have to slide through the cones.
Gravel off road.
Gravel. We transition from asphalt to gravel or
Well,
dry to wet.
I had talked to Carlisle about, doing a special, Panthers, autocross. We could do it. The only problem is that it would cost money, which isn't that big of a deal. But B, the only time that they would let us do it would be like Thursday night before everything kicks off, or we could do it during the parade. But I know everybody wants to do the parade, so
No, I
you
think
know,
well, you remember they had Sunday where you pay $20 and you were able to go out there and do autocross also. The track was open for 4 hours on Sunday
Yeah, right.
for $20. That's something that can be done also.
yeah.
And
So
then
I
we
think
can do our own
I think
kind of
that's pretty cool.
unofficial contest.
yeah,
Yeah.
they have the streetcar the shootout that that a bunch of Panthers can sign up for because there was spaces available.
I think Thursday and Sunday would be one of those days would be sick during the national weekend to do something like that.
Yeah, Thursday would be difficult because people would have to take off an extra day of work.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
already take off Friday, so for people to get there, because I know people start piling in there Thursday morning, and that's what I'll probably do this year. I'll probably get there Thursday.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I take off a couple of extra days. It was so much fun though. I've never been to a car show like that. We got somebody in here from Japan. What's up?
Yeah, and if
Yeah,
anybody needs, like I said, they can hit one of the four of us up if you got any questions with Carlisle. Like I said, if now through the holidays is an extra 20% off, and I didn't check the price, but I'm sure it's under $100, and that gives
I
you a
think it was like
mission.
70.
Yeah, last year it was like 70.
Yeah,
Um, but it gives you a pass for all the days. You get a parking spot. If you just want to come, you can just buy a ticket and get entrance. But this allows you to get on the show field. You park on the show field. I mean, my car is far from a show car, but I'm just going to go and hang out and have fun.
Yeah, that's what it's
I've
about, really.
more Fords in my life.
it's the biggest Ford show on the East Coast besides Holly Ford Fest. They're on the West Coast.
Yeah.
The amount of
Ford
Mustangs
Nationals.
that
That's our big Ford show.
The amount of Mustangs that are at Ford Nationals, though.
Mustangs forever.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you take all the models of Fords and you put them together, Carlisle is about 50% Mustangs.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's some nice ones out there too, though.
There's some nice builds.
Yeah, plus Ford showcases a lot of the new stuff and, special vehicles and everything. So it's a lot of cool
Von
stuff to
Gittin
check.
Jr. was out there sliding around on the track, demonstrating the new RTR Mustang.
Yeah, that thing's sick.
And then they have that, vendors where people can have swap meets and you're selling parts and, it's like a flea market almost for cars.
Oh yeah, a
Miles
swap meet.
Awesome too.
That was cool. It's hot over there though. There's like no shade over there.
I was better with no shade than imagine it would not be a great weekend if it poured rain all weekend.
That's true.
No, the past 2 years, the weather in Carlisle has been perfect.
Wow. Yeah, it'll be fun. Looking forward to it. Then Dearborn, hopefully we can get into Michigan and at least sneak some time in over there.
Yeah, even if it's like 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to because, I mean, I've done some YouTube research and I've seen guys make YouTube content in the parking lot, I think during work hours too. So, I mean, it'll be a Sunday or a Saturday, so they'll be closed. So, I mean, if we can get over there for 15 minutes, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and just even film the whole thing, right? So everybody has memory of it. At least you do a drive.
Yeah. It's like a 4-minute drive away from where we'll be meeting initially. So, I mean, that'll be some good roller footage from driving 4 minutes away to the headquarters.
Yeah, man.
So, looks like a lot of people showing up.
It'll be my first time in Michigan.
Yeah, mine as well.
Yeah. There's an interesting Michigan accent.
That's not far from you, Dale. What are you, about 3 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Is there a Michigan accent?
There's a Michigan accent. It's kind of like a little bit. It's something like between Ohio and Chicago,
Ah, okay.
Well, hey, Rob, so maybe I'll roll up to New York and then we'll just follow each other out from there.
Yeah, we could do that.
I'll meet you guys in Niagara Falls and we'll all trip from there.
Yeah, you could meet me in New York, G, then we could run into Niagara Falls and then scoop up Dale and then continue from there because I also never even been to Niagara. I've been all over the place, but I've never been to Niagara Falls. I've never been to Michigan. I haven't been to that part of the country yet.
Me either.
Yeah, Rob, we got to hit up Hawks Nest Highway.
Hawks, where is that? That's in New York?
Yeah, it's New York along the gorge, along the river.
Okay, I think I know what you're
It's
talking about.
that twisty, windy thing I had posted a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice road to push it on a little bit. I did that in my Supra back in the day. So.
Yeah, I know a lot of car groups will go up there and
I've been hearing
back and
about
forth.
Ford's Garage restaurant down the street from the headquarters. Apparently it's really good. Someone else just mentioned it just now, so that's something we're going to have to check out. Because I like to eat every time I go somewhere. And G knows
Yeah,
that
I'm actually one of the rappers I know has been talking to me about like going back out and being a road manager with him. So I might end up hitting the road, even take my car out a little bit across next year. So
that'd be cool. Drive it a little bit more.
Yeah, he's looking at dates in like March and April. So might head across the country. We'll see.
That's dope.
Nice.
Living the dream, driving across the country, town to town with your Panthers.
There's nothing better.
It's nothing better, I'll tell you.
There's
better, man. It's the most.
We've done it.
For me, anyway, like such a freeing experience, right?
Yeah.
Rolling into
I
hotels
gotta,
with 4 or 5 Panthers.
Oh, I love it.
I got to shout out Kent Besler on the IG for Because now my system now, man, the sound system with the upgrades he did is I'm happy.
I had to check it out, man. My system sounds pretty good, but I know G's system was already knocking before, so.
Yeah, no, it bangs a lot more. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, you got to get some. So can you hit music loud and drive for hours?
me, I'm used to it. Yeah, I mean, but sometimes like back road shit. Honestly, I just turn the radio off a lot of times. I just like hearing the car, like what the tires are doing. The gears. Just enjoy the sound. Like get out in the mountains, and I don't even turn the stereo on half the time. I just love ripping like back roads and shit. So
yeah,
it's just nice to hear the exhaust.
Yeah, when you're driving fast and trying to enjoy the car, you don't want the music on.
Rob, I'll never forget being at Mr. Random's in Tennessee, in the middle of nowhere, right? Like all you could hear is crickets. There's no light pollution or anything like that. And I think you went to the store that was about 5 miles away to pick some supplies up, and we could just hear you. We were sitting out back by the fire, and I knew your car was like a mile away, and it was just second gear, 5,000 RPMs, howling woods of Tennessee. Like, that's such a beautiful sound, man, from a distance.
That must have been cool. That must have been real cool.
Oh yeah.
No music needed.
I've had people hear that car from up to almost two miles away, just from it echoing off the trees and the mountains.
Yeah, that car sounds good, man. It's loud.
Sounds great.
Well, that's like Vinny's car. When you hear that coming with the supercharger in it and the 5-speed. It was like, I don't even need to look up. I hear it. I'm like, yeah, here comes Vinny.
Oh yeah, then you hear that blow-off valve. That blow-off valve's insane.
Oh, it sounds great. Yeah, beautiful. There's a guy.
Riot.
I found a guy's YouTube video. He made a tow truck out of his Panther, his P71. I'm not sure if anyone's ever seen this video, but and he's got the dual stacks coming up like a tow truck, the side of the pillars on the back seats, and a fuel cell in the back, and a muffler delete. And it just sounds. I've never heard exhausts on a Panther exit like stacks, straight up. The interesting tone.
You have to send me the link to that.
Yeah, it's a cool video.
I haven't seen that.
That sounds crazy.
See, I'm the opposite of most of you guys. It's like I like my exhaust quiet. Like when I'm gonna do with the exhaust, it'll be loud when I get on it, but it's like I don't know. I can't mess with the drone on the highway, and it's also like I don't want my car loud until it's fast.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So Derek, you want to talk about a little more about like some of the YouTube stuff with the channel? Because I know you're going to start doing like some remote car car spotlights and everything.
Well, G gave me the idea of kind of I usually interview people in their cars, and he gave me the idea of giving people a format to follow, and they do their own walk around of the car, and they send it to me, and I upload it to the channel as like Panther Magazine Spotlight or something like that. And that's kind of what I'm gonna start doing. I'm not sure if you guys seen the Big Rush Racing that I just reposted. The guy pretty much drifting around the road in a $100 Crown Vic. I have him doing one, and Great White from Seattle maybe doing one. So that's kind of what I'm working on now.
His car is sick. Great White.
That car's nasty, man.
Yeah, it's a clean build.
Yeah.
I love the LEDs on the spotlight. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's a nice touch, and really, also too, really great photography. Like he really shoots.
Oh yeah.
The quality on that.
And also, Chris from ADTR, he just won Spec P71.
He won it.
Yeah, he won it out in the West Coast. So
Oh, good.
congratulations to him.
Congrats. What's
That was-
crazy is
Such
I
a
was
great.
working on the magazine, and I actually got an email from a guy who sent me a photo of his car, and he knows the guy that runs Spec P71. So I mean, if we could all take a trip to Cali one day, we could go check out
Man,
Spec
I wish
P71.
I wish they ran a series out here in the East Coast.
I need to check it out. I think I actually watched it.
Only thing is we'd have to buy a second VIX or whatever.
I'd buy another Vic because I know there's certain rules.
Just for that.
I wouldn't run the Hoonmark, but I would run a P71 with the same livery.
What would it be too much on homework for you to do that?
It would just I would have to probably remove some of the upgrades. I think there's a rule list.
Yeah, you have to suspension. You can't be on,
Yeah, you can't be on certain like the coilovers. I think you're allowed to run the sway bars and the Watts link.
Right.
There's a couple of different rules, but I would buy a Crown Vic to compete with, and use the Hoonmark more for time attack events. I really don't want to use the Hoonmark for wheel-to-wheel racing. I'm not trying to expose it to that kind of damage, possibly lose it.
Yeah.
It's more of a touring car, more of a pro touring car than a race car. It's a touring car before it is a race car.
Yeah.
It spends most of its time out on the highway traveling the country. So that's what comes first: comfort, reliability, handling.
And then 2-time Ford National burnout competition.
And then you
champion.
take the same car and you win burnout comps with it and drive it back home.
That's crazy.
I think though, can't you? Doesn't Lance? Didn't he do a sort of a not a spec series race in Virginia?
That's tied into like some of the law enforcement. Like they got a whole fleet of cars down there too. But that's like a law enforcement thing.
Right, but I think you can take that track over. Like you can rent. They have a day for the public too. I think I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Lance was saying that you can rent the Crown Vic for like $250 for the day to race. You didn't have to bring your own, which it totally pays just to rent one.
Oh, 100%. And it would be so much fun because you wouldn't have to think about, like you said, the consequences of screwing up your car. You're just like
beat the snot out of it,
and beat the snot out of it in. I don't know. It's almost there's like a poetry to being in a stock P71.
Yeah, there's something fun about driving a stock P71. You just grab the steering wheel and it's just dirty driving because at the end of the day the car's just all over the place
I've actually never driven one.
You just grab it by the scruff of the neck and whatever the car wants to do, you work with it.
Do what it was made for.
It was made for.
Yep.
They dirt track race them. Cletus is running them. He has like 200 to 300 Crown Vics. Cletus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're not at auctions anymore. Not like they were 2 years ago. Like probably the last 5 years, they've really started drying up at auctions, right?
Kenny's working on getting one right now from an auction.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's working on this an 07 P71. Possibly we'll have it tomorrow if we can win the bid on it.
Kenny's back.
Yep, back in New York.
Good.
We got a shop to use, lift, tire machine, welders, everything we need.
Shout out to Kenny Lynch who fixes anybody's car on the spot.
Yep.
People show up to meets with their cars broken and they leave with them fixed.
It's crazy.
Or they break them at the meet and
They break them at the meet.
Like that video on the YouTube channel, you literally smoking the tire off the wheel.
Oh yeah, where we blew the tire off.
Yeah, that was crazy. I watch that like almost every week. I can't believe it. That was crazy.
Yeah, I have it set up where the back bumper is zip tied on, so every time the rear tires blow, it just blows the back bumper off the car, and it looks so dramatic, like the car's all messed up, and it's really just a bunch of zip ties that got blown apart. We put a tire on it, we zip tied the bumper back up, and nothing ever happened.
That's sick.
Wow. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting ready for my bedtime.
Yeah, maybe we should start wrapping this one up.
Yeah. I don't know what type of day I'm gonna have at the postal career tomorrow, so I need to get some sleep as well.
Yeah, me too. I never know if it's going to be a 6-hour day or a 16-hour day or 20-hour day.
So when is your meet, Rob? Shout out your meet. When are you?
We're doing it Saturday. That'll be Saturday, December. I believe that's the 9th. Saturday, December 9th, in the Oceanside, New York.
Nice.
We have a private lot. It's a gravel lot, so you really don't want to kick any gravel up. So you want to come in slow, leave slow.
Yeah.
We'll have hot dogs, hamburgers, sausage.
oh, it'll be a sausage fest. So
Oh man.
Every Panther meet that goes without saying.
Yeah, and then every Panther meet, and it's like going to a Metallica concert.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nobody brings their girlfriend to a Metallica concert. You go to a Metallica concert with your boys. You don't take your girl to a Metallica concert.
and hey Garrett, so you want to give them a date and info on your meet too?
Oh yes. The next Dearborn, Michigan, May 4th at 10 o'clock. I believe that's a Saturday. It's pinned on my page. I'm gonna repost the Hoonmerk's meet once we get off the live. But yeah, my next meet will be May 4th, which was the day Panther magazine was launched in Dearborn, Michigan at 10 o'clock in the morning. So.
Yeah, probably.
Is there a date yet for the Spring Philly Panthers meet?
Now, probably sometime in June, I'm guessing. I got to work on a new location versus with the Navy Yard, but I'll get something worked out. I got a couple ideas that I'm looking into, so once I get that worked out, I'll set a date.
Sounds good.
Hopefully before then we'll do the talk with Dale. Hopefully before then we'll do a meet. Do the premiere, do a meet in Philly before the big spring meet. So
definitely.
I'll bring the popcorn.
Yeah, I got to get up to Dale anyway. He still has one of my tires.
I do, yeah, I do.
I got the other one in the trunk. Every time I look at that one in the trunk, I'm like, man, I wish I had the other one. I'd blow them off the car right now.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. And then when I went across the border, it's just in the back seat of the car. The border, like, you have anything to declare? And I said, no, nothing. And he's like, roll the window down. And he's like, did you have a flat tire? I go, no, I just doesn't fit in the trunk.
It's like I stuffed the drugs in the tire.
Yeah, the drugs are inside the tire.
Oh, did you guys see that Bentley go flying at the Niagara border there? Did you ever see the video of that last week? Somebody, it was.
He just blew right through it.
Yeah, I guess he passed out or something. And pinned it, and it was in a brand new Bentley, 140 miles an hour.
Wow!
And launched. It was like the Dukes of Hazzard. It was sad.
That's crazy.
But yeah, you guys got to come up my way one of these days.
Yep. I got to get my passport.
Yeah, or your international driver's license.
International driver's license.
Or that too. Pro Touring International license.
Build me a road from here to Europe. I'll drive it.
Yeah. You could drive. Yeah.
Yeah, the next trip for the Hoonmark will be the Florida Keys.
Yeah.
I want to do a rundown, New York to the Keys and back.
I'd love to see some content of your car with some palm trees.
Yeah, I was down by some palm trees last week, but they just weren't. I don't know. They weren't those Florida palm trees. They were those South Carolina palm trees.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
They hit different.
Yeah. Oh,
Gotcha.
got to get down to South Beach with Hoonmark.
South Beach, yep. Miami, the Keys, Everglades National Park. That's the plan for this winter, to go explore southern Florida.
Yeah. Hey, Dale, you want to let them know about your page, so in case nobody's seeing about the documentary.
Yeah,
let them know.
you can come and check it out. All the information .com, which is Panther People, pantherpeopledoc.com.
All right, I guess, is that it? Anybody else have anything else to say?
Thank you, everybody. It's nice to talk to you guys, man.
Yeah, this was cool. Usually we do Zoom calls. My internet's not work. My Zoom wasn't working, so I figured we just jump on live. And live was actually pretty cool because we got people commenting and stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to everybody that tuned in and joined in. And like I said, if you got any questions, Carlisle or whatever, you can hit us up.
Yep, and this Saturday, if you can come out, the flyers posted. We'll be in Oceanside, New York. So even if you come out, spend an hour, 2 hours, wherever it is, we'll be starting at 10 a.m. and probably be going until at least 4 to 5 p.m. And anybody who wants to hang out afterwards and stay, no one's being rushed out. We have the lot as long as we need it.
Sweet. Yeah, thanks, everybody.
yes,
All right,
sir.
guys.
Okay,
We'll
peace
catch
out.
you guys soon.
Peace out, guys. Have a good night. Good night, everyone.
All right.
Thanks for joining.
See you guys.
See you guys later.